Hey, it's Coffee Speedium Productions here, and I'm on my way to meet up with the guys to film episode 13. Currently walking because I'm fucking retarded and forgot the SD card for my camera. Nico and Matt are already waiting for me, and in my infinite wisdom, I decided, hey, where we're filming is really close to my house. Why the fuck do I need to take my car? I can just run. I want to run a little bit more. This truck, hang on. I want to run a little bit more. So, yeah, you know, if I can get some exercise and shit. So, that's what I decided to do. And I apologize for the shitty camera angle right now, but, not really a big fan of having other people see me do this, because I'm not a big vlogger, but I figured it was interesting for you guys to know what the fuck is going on right now, and how retarded I am, and I'm the one that created this show. And if the creator's retarded, well, this whole thing is going south pretty damn quick. So, listen to all of you. If you have a car, use one. No matter how close you are to the set, running/walking is not a significant way to get things done in a timely manner. But it is nice out today, so, you know, that's always a bonus. But anyway, I gotta get back to film. Episode 13. Episode 13 will be released, but I can't even give you a release date because I personally don't know. But, yeah, we're starting production. Episode 13 is in production as of today. So, probably within a month it'll be out. Personally, I would have liked to have the episode up in September, but apparently that didn't happen. People were not available to film. So, yeah. Anyway, I've been rambling for about 2 minutes, so I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to get back to film. Alright, see ya. Hey, what's up guys? Coffee Speedium Productions here, and I'm bringing you another one of these kind of like pre-filming vlog type things. I'm in the car right now waiting for Bobby to come so he can film. Filming with only Bobby today, or Jacob, if you will. Because his schedule is terrible and it's impossible for us to ever, for him to like ever be around. So I'm taking the opportunity that I have today to film with him. And unfortunately though, as you guys can see, out the window, it snowed. Yeah. So, the snow continuity from the ending of Season 1 will be back. Because unfortunately it's in Canada. We live in Canada. And there is a lot of fucking snow for a lot of the year. So, you know, we kind of have to make do with that. And I don't want to put the series on hold again all the way through the winter. Because as I've learned in previous years, when you put the show on hold, it kind of takes a while, 16 months, to get it back up and running. And we've done a good job so far. We've done 5 episodes this year. Episodes 8 through 12, and 13 is kind of in production, kind of at a halt right now, because people's schedules are weird. But getting Bobby back into it, and we're going to film soon, once he gets here. He's late. Had to find some his shit. So we're going to do that, and then it'll be on to finishing up some other stuff, and the episode should be done, I'm not sure when. I wanted it up in, like, September, because the last episode was uploaded on August 31st. I wanted it up in September, that didn't happen. Wanted it up in October, that didn't happen. I wanted it up in November, that still hasn't happened, so it'll probably be up sometime in December, I'm hoping. And then episode 14, I'm going to hope will follow soon after, because... Oh, God, okay. Yeah, so 13 should be up in December, and then 14 will either be up... If I can get episode 13 up, like, early December, I would hope that I could get episode 14 up by late December. But that just depends on people's schedules and how I can get them to film. Because my schedule myself isn't even that great. But regardless, that's not the point. So yeah, so filming 13 right now. Going to film some more probably later in the week. Actually, it's the start of a new week tomorrow. Film some more next week, hopefully, and then other than that, we're just gonna keep working as best we can. The Let's Plays are still gonna be up whenever we can. We can do that. Matt and I hung out the other day and we filmed like 3 hours worth of shit that's gonna go up. Super Mario 64 episode 1 went up today, even though it was supposed to be Smash Bros. Episode 2. I can't. That fucking Saturday Subspace bullshit, I just don't remember. Anyway, I don't want to use up all the time on the camera now, so later. Hey guys, Kyle from Speed Demon Productions here, and episode 13 of Dragon Ball The Next Generation just went up about 10 or so minutes ago. And I'm making this video to go along with the other video blogs I made in the creation of this episode, and this one is going to be the last one for it, mainly because I just wanted to go over and talk about episode 13 and how it has been, aside from episode 8, the hardest episode to complete, and everything that went wrong in the episode. So basically, we started filming this episode back in the summer of 2015, so a couple months back. And when we first shot, the first thing we started with was having to, we started with the fight scene between Matt and Nico, and that was going okay. But then during one of the shots, we had I guess a guy living nearby where we were shooting, and he came out and was getting mad at us for filming there when he said it was private property, even though nowhere around had ever stated that it was private property. But anyway, so we left for the day, and then that was it. And shortly after that, Nico moved out of town for a brief period of time, so that kind of put a halt on completing the fight scene, because it was really hard to get a hold of Nico and to get him for film. Also shortly after that, Jacob, who plays Luke and Rick McLightning, he started college and got another job, so his schedule has become insanely hard to work with, and so filming with him was very hard. And of course, like, one of the only days he was free to film, it had snowed, and then the snow was there when Nico had moved back into town. So then became the problem of, can we afford to wait until the snow goes away? And the general consensus was no, we couldn't, because based on our experiences before, if we take a break from the show, it's really hard for us to get back into it. So instead, we decided to kind of throw in that bullshit of, hey, let's call a timeout in the middle of a world tournament, even though that's not a thing that happens. But we had to do it so we could continue to film even though the snow was there. And then on top of having to try and film in the snow, or on top of filming in the snow, and all that, on one of the days that we had to film with myself, Jamail, and Jamail's girlfriend, Savvy, we were on our way to film, and we got in a car crash, and that was terrible, because we didn't have that, because car crashes are not fun, and while we were all okay, it was just kind of like, now we have to wait even longer. And I know I'm like, oh my god, I'm in a car crash, I can't film, but it was actually kind of annoying, because we had to sit there outside and wait for people to, like, talk and discuss things for like an hour and a half, when that was even more than the time that we had initially, because I had to get Jamail somewhere. But regardless of that, it was just kind of like... Oh, and then earlier in the week, we were trying to film with Jamail and Savvy had strep throat, so that didn't work. And, like, she was actually still kind of sick when we went out to film and got in the car crash. So that was great. That was a good week. It's been a good week for me. And, but no, finally, like, all problems aside, we got, for the most part, episode 13 done. We kind of had to change a lot of the episode and shorten a bunch of stuff just because of time and it already been like 3 months since I wanted to get the episode done. Like, it's December now, and I wanted it done in like September. But that didn't happen, and then things kept getting pushed back, and then Nico was out of town for like a month, and all this shit. So, there was a lot of negatives going into this episode, and hopefully episode 14 will go a hell of a lot smoother. Speaking of which, we're going to be starting production on episode 14 relatively soon. Episode 15 is already been started because I have to. There was a fight scene with someone. The fight scene for episode 15, which is the third match, Kai versus Dragon, is the actor that plays Dragon. He's only available on weekends, and I had a full weekend off about a week ago, and so we decided to film the fight scene then. So episode 15 is in production, and now we're going to start episode 14 here, probably maybe even this week, depending on how schedules play out. So yeah, so the series is still going on. Hopefully episode 14 won't take another 3 months, but yeah, 2015 has been a good year for the show, getting it back on its feet. We've done, I think this makes it 6 episodes in 1 year, which I think is like our record for the most amount of episodes done in one year. And I don't know if that's true or not, but whatever. And so yeah, so the show will go on, and I'm gonna tie this in with all my other like kind of video vlogs for this episode. But it's done now, and yeah, I'm pretty pumped. Episode 14 is gonna be a good one, I think. And I apologize because episode 13, the production value is not, it's not there as it has been in previous episodes. But that was just due to all the circumstances we had to deal with. So I apologize if episode 13 is not our best work, but episode 14 should be better, and hopefully from 14 onwards we'll be getting back. Anyway, see ya.